Hey guys, Pope Sano here, back with another VOD review, and look, we're doing basically part 2 of my student Jayhur, and he's a Caitlyn player, silver player, just did game 1 where he played pretty well, but a lot of macro and wave state type stuff that we're talking about. We'll see what this game looks like. Jayhur, I don't know if this one will be uploaded or not. I'll make that decision later. But regardless, you're obviously going to see both of them. Now, look, you're up against a Briar ADC. At the end of the day, this is one of the worst things imaginable. I assume you're going to absolutely stomp this player into the ground. I guess we'll find out. Briar is really, really easy for Caitlyn to play into because she's going to run in a completely straight line at you, meaning the traps are completely free. Not only is she going to run into a straight line, but she cannot avoid it, right? She will not have control over her character. And so what I want to see from you is high tempo being aggressive at the start of this lane. That's, if you're not doing that, if you're not basically auto-attacking her for every single CS she goes for, it's not good. Now, what I would like to see you do here is, obviously, I don't want you to lose any CS, so I like that you're taking this CS, of course. Whoops, I'm going crazy with the camera. What I want to see you do here, if possible, we hard shove, okay, and this bounces back. We force a bounce back, we freeze here, Briar can never play the game ever again, right? This is personally what my plan would be. Good auto, every time she walks up, every single time. Hit her. She was in your range. You gotta hit her. This is one of the worst matchups imaginable for a Briar ADC, I assume. So the fact that you're kind of letting her get away with a level 1 here, I don't like it. He's gonna pull you in. That's good. He should not have pulled you in. Good damage. Good damage. Yes. Now he should die. Nice. Now again, let's hard shove. Good. We achieved what we wanted to, and we're harassing her under tower. Hit her every time. Yep. Every CS she goes for, hit her. Auto. Good, you're looking for it. Good trap. Good attempts. Good attempts. I think it was okay. Hit them. Hit Briar. Yeah. You can be even more aggressive than this. You can be far more aggressive. Nice. Like, you see what I mean? They don't get to play the game. Now that the wave is kind of bouncing, well, I guess it didn't bounce properly. It did not bounce properly. You're going to have to reshove, but she's leaving. So now that she's gone, let's get that wave back in, and we can take a base ourselves. And we're just going to be up again, right? Because Briar's coming back to lane with some boots. You're being too nice to the wave right now. And you're basically giving Briar. So you're being, this whole time, you're being way too nice to the wave. You see how you're just walking back and forth? Here, you're just walking back and forth, not autoing anything. Briar's coming back this whole time. She's going to basically make it back to take all of this, right? We need to be even like spam pinging our support help on the wave. Help, or push forward, that ping to push forward. We need this under tower. Autoing. Okay, now let's base. Good. So by the time that you base here, because it's such a huge wave, and they're going to need to shove this plus one more wave in order to get it all in, you're going to be back in time. And now we can set up the freeze. This is the bounce that I was talking about earlier. We could have done it a bit earlier into the game. This shove makes it work. You see how they have half a wave now, plus the new wave coming in. This is going to shove your minions in. You can hold it here because you have significant range advantage. Briar should no longer be allowed to play the game or access the minion wave once you're back. But it's on you to properly manage this, right? So here, you see how low your minions are? You barely have a wave left. You need to start killing all of these, preferably the melees first. I would say you need to kill 2 melees and 2 casters before she takes all of your wave here, right? So we need to be going crazy on the wave. Good damage. Keep autoing. Good Q, but let's step up here. Don't let this crash. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Briar should die here. Good damage. Good sidestep. Okay. So don't auto. You're autoing too much now. Now you're autoing too much. You have the wave in the position you want it to be in. You're not going to shove all of this alone, especially against Swain, who can potentially hold the wave out to create another bounce. It's never going to happen. So here, we just want we want your cannon to die. Basically, that's the whole premise. As Briar's coming back, just deny her this cannon. Keep the wave here. Deny the cannon. This is what I mean about in such a bad matchup. Like Briar's completely trolling with this pick. But that means I'm going to be very hard on you here because we need to play this perfectly now. So you see how you're just autoing way too much? You've now created a slow push going in towards the blue team. You've given Briar a way back into this lane for free. Okay. Okay, we miss our Q. That's okay. Yeah, the wave is a bit of a mess here. I'm not a fan. Okay, continuing to slow push. If we're going to slow push, fine. But now, right, now that we have the slow push, okay, this is crashing. Decently big wave, about a wave and a half. Now we go. Now we ping Graves. We have priority mid. Graves is close. Now we do Dragon, okay? We don't know that Rengar is still here. That's fine, though. We have more than enough resources, more than enough help with our team, where I personally don't care about this this plate at all. I'm already communicating that I want Dragon, okay? Okay, so Briar just dies again. I mean, again, like, it's such a troll pick, and this lane is so bad that there's hardly a reason to look at, like, the actual micro stuff, because it's just so free. Like, you can't imagine something more free for a Caitlyn. So I'm just being really hard on you for the wave state, okay? Even going up here, like even this, so you shove in. Now we go up here, we see Rengar. Who cares about Rengar, you know? At the end of the day, like, you're probably not going to kill him. You don't have your ulti. Ignite is not up. This guy's full HP. He can easily just walk away from you, right? You're not going to chase him here. So, in my opinion, who cares about this guy? Just take your advantage that you have. Base. Just base. Match Briar coming back, right? And you'll see I talk about this in the other video. I recommend watching the other video first because I talk a lot about, like, base timings and tempo in that. I'm telling you the exact same thing here. We need to make sure that when we get a kill on the enemy carry, whether it's ADC or in this case it's Briar, and they're forced to go back to Fountain, you shove in, and you need to match your timing back in lane with their timing back in lane, right? That way you're not giving them any advantage, you're not giving them any breathing room, because here, Briar gets a full wave because you took so long. But here, if you were back, she doesn't get any of this for free. And if she wants the CS, then she's going to have to trade half her HP or more in order to get it. Okay, so we're just last hitting here, but this is a slow push. So what are we going to do with the slow push? We can crash and take a plate. We can look for an objective. Okay, he dodges your stuff. So let's get this under so that it doesn't potentially freeze on us. If he's going to pull you in, auto attack him. You may not have been in range for that one, though. Not sure. Okay. So now we can take a plate. Really hard for Briar to access the wave. Okay. So we definitely misplay this. Like here, just going back to this position. So here, again, you're in complete control. Now, what's the only thing they can do is basically hook you, and then she stuns you, and they start going crazy on you under tower. You can't fight back. That's the only thing they can do. So here, instead of playing close to Swain, see how you're closest to Swain right now? Why not come down here and play closest to Briar? You can hit her, you can hit the tower. This guy's kind of away from you, right? But in this situation, you guys allow both of you are playing closer to Swain, when really we should be more like down here, or at least more spread out. Just something to consider there. You're just so ahead at this point that it doesn't matter, but you should have died there. Okay, we're in a tough situation here. This is kind of scary. Alright, we are going to get out okay. It's definitely a situation where, you know, that's when someone from the enemy team shows up, like their mid laner comes straight to bottom or something like that. Okay, great damage. But again, you're just so ahead. Like, to me, none of this matters. You're putting out the proper pressure though, at least. But I want you to keep it up. We can't get hit by the one spell where they can engage on us, right? Trap, because he's in Zanya's. Nice. Nice. Again, like you played well early in terms of like how aggressive you were being, putting on the pressure. It's really good, but now you're starting to play sloppy. Now you're just like, whatever. If they hit me with abilities, it doesn't matter. But you know, the issue is that it doesn't matter until it does. Like if that makes sense. It doesn't matter until you're like, whoops, I just gave 1,000 gold to the enemy team. You know, and we saw that happen in the first game. Okay, so it looks like you're gonna go ahead and take the tower, which, by the way, I would have just based here. I think you used all your tempo that you had in order to shove in and to kill Rengar. Remember how earlier I said, like, hey, we shove in the wave and now you walk up and you're hitting this? And I was like, oh man, this is scary because the enemy team could show up. Again, I talked about this in the first game. 1 kill equals 1 tempo action. In this case, you guys, you know, got their bot lane. Then you ran up here, came around, you got Rengar. Okay, then you shove in the wave. By that time, their bot lane's already coming back, right? We didn't know where Nefiri was, so shoving all of this in and then walking up, it's really scary. Yeah. So that's the big 1K shutdown that I'm talking about, right? All right. Ooh, that was scary. That guy could have killed you. He okay. So this is definitely a pattern in both your games. I don't think you realize when you're in danger. And this is what I want you to start doing. When you're just walking around the map as ADC, look at their team. I want you to look at both the map and their team. In this game, what are the major spells you need to watch out for? Ornn ulti, Rengar ulti, Nefiri W to get on top of you, Briar W, or excuse me, Briar ulti, and Swain E. All of those things are what get you killed, right? Do you know for a fact that Ornn can't engage on you here? Well, of course not, right? Super tanky, so level up on you. He has ult. He should have honestly E'd you against his pillar when you're walking here, and then ulted you and all that type of stuff. So you probably should have died earlier because you weren't respecting some of those high priority abilities. Then you don't know where Rengar is as well. And so this is just a bit of like awareness of who can kill you, what is important on the map, what enemy champions are important that are on the map. All right. So that's 2 deaths, and that's about 1,200 gold that we've given up, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so we go and we shove out the bottom lane. Gonna take Crab here. Okay, so if we're looking at kind of the state of the map, I don't mind that you went and took Crab because we didn't have kind of full understanding of where people were at the time. So it was, you know, the safer route. But here, now that you're missing, you kind of missed the wave that was here. This is the only wave that's up. It's a bit safer with your support here. Your Graves isn't too far. But again, you don't know where Nefiri is. Briar can engage on you across the whole map. Rengar could be close to you, who has ulti, right? You just died to these things, so this is pretty scary. And again, I think you're just probably not aware of these things. So you're in the exact same position that I was talking about last game. You're hitting a tower that you're probably not going to kill because the enemy team has time to respawn. None of them are dead, right? Yeah, they haven't been here in a second, so they're on their way. As you can see, if we draw a line, again, down the map, this is the farthest up that you guys are. This is as far up as Akshan is, and then this is as far up as your top laner is. So basically, your top laner is the safest person on the map because there's multiple people on his team like ahead of him, if that makes sense. For you, you're the most forward advanced person, meaning the enemy team's going to respond to you first. So are you going to take this turret? Probably not, right? If they don't respond to you, great. I'm glad they don't respond to you and you take the turret. But we have to play correctly here. What I want, instead of you hitting this turret, which is less likely that you're going to take, start to just take all their resources. Take this camp. Look for another wave. Look for another camp. Maybe reset and then come back even stronger and shove everything right back in, right? You're trying to just take a little bit more of the map every time. Now the enemy team saw you coming a mile away. They don't respond to you. You get it. That's all fine and dandy. Good job taking the camp afterwards, though. We got to be careful here now, though. This is scary. Ooh, after you miss everything, Rengar should have probably pulled the trigger with Nefiri ult. Or, not Nefiri ult, Briar ult. Okay, so Briar's just completely inting the game. I mean, you're literally getting a free game from this Briar. Rengar pulls the trigger. Not going to come in, though. Ooh, we mess up our net here. I definitely would have liked to see you, base before Dragon, but not the end of the world. Okay, we're 6-2. Pick up their jungler. Now, what do we do, right? So, after we get a significant advantage like this, we're looking. What can we take? Camps, waves, objectives. All of these things should instantly be going into our mind. So, where you start walking to, I just want to show you. So, Rengar just died. We can see this happening. Are we getting here to save this guy, or is he just dead, right? He's just dead. There's multiple people on him. He has absolutely no escape, no way to get out. What's the next closest thing that we can do, right? Are there any jungle camps? Is Gromp up? No. Is Blue up? No. Right? Are wolves up? Yes, but you don't know that. Is there a wave coming? Yes. And how do we know that? It's not that we can see the wave, but we can look at our own wave and we can see its positioning, right? The waves are mirrored, and so we know there's a wave here. So I would be walking out here, take this wave, come back in, get vision, take camps, right? This is like the high tempo that we have to play with in the mid game. Okay, so we eventually go top. Duskblade OP. Nice cube. Whoa. Whoa. Did you not see them, maybe? I don't think you saw them and you get surprised here. It's unfortunate. Okay. Alright. We go ahead and get the Baron, pick up Nefiri, they're inting. So again, what is the next closest thing that we can do? Top, mid. That's where I want to see you going. Make a choice and go there. Nice. Now we shove. We know that 2 of them are dead. We know that Briar got hard chunked, had to leave. So we're continuing to shove. They have pressure mid. Okay, good. Okay, Briar's just so unbelievably weak. None of this matters at all. I just want to see how you fight this. Okay, again, positioning a little rough here. So in this position, okay, Briar comes in. You get the kill. Here, All right, we're safe. We're safe. We're safe. Walking up here, you're no longer safe, right? You're walking into the pillar where this guy wants to basically use to engage around, or he can start to walk forward at you, drop his Q, or drop his E, you know, things like that, okay? So we have to be aware. Again, one of the biggest things that we're always looking for in this game, Ornn engage, Rengar ulti. Both of these things are kind of staring at us in the face right now. You walk up, boom, knock up. Rengar is going to take us down. So, yeah, I hope you kind of see what I'm talking about here with the positioning, because it definitely was an issue in both games. And it looks like we don't end here. Very close, but we don't end here. Okay. Looks like we're basically just going to clean up, but again, like, big things that I want you to be working on are, what are the major abilities that I need to be watching out for? Who can kill me right now? What are the ways in which I can squeeze the life out of the enemy team when we have so much, you know, advantage in this game? Start to take those camps, start to re-up on waves. Base, you could probably even base a little bit more frequently in terms of, like, you have 1,000 gold, let's just base, let's get back out of the map, use that pressure. And okay, what on earth even happens here? I started to get into my monologue about recapping. Okay, so you walk into the Briar ults, and I'll just chalk this up to her being new. You see this circle, everything in that circle is gonna get feared. Can't walk into that. But again, she's brand new, so I just chalk that up to you probably not knowing the champion yet. And it looks like we end. So yeah, man, I hope I was able to point out a lot in these two games for you. I think you have solid mechanics, but we need to start thinking more than just ourselves. Think about enemy champions. Think about your wave state. Do you want the wave to bounce? Do you want to freeze? Do you want to pressure under tower? Even if you're not 100% correct, the point is simply identify one objective with a wave state and play to that objective, right? That might change. You see the enemy jungler is bottom. Okay, now instead of hard shoving, we're going to allow this wave to come in. Play towards that objective, right? Don't overstay. Like, when you get a kill, especially if their death timer is only 10 seconds, just base. Shove that wave, just base, meet them back at that time. Think about what enemy champions can do to you. You know, Briar ulti, Ornn engage, Rengar ulti, Nefiri W, all these things should be on the top of your mind, top of the priority list. I have to avoid this. And if you deal 20% less damage in a fight, but you avoid their major engage, you will be way more the better for it. So, all right, man, I hope this helped. Talk to you later. Popezano out.